Hello, today I will describe a thriller drama movie called Contagion. The movie begins with Beth Emhoff sitting at a bar at a Chicago airport and talking to her phone with her former lover. 2 days later, at her house in Minnesota, she has a seizure and her husband Mitch Emhoff takes her to the hospital, but she dies from an unknown virus. While returning from the hospital, he receives a call from a friend who was looking over Clark Morrow, his stepson. She tells him that his stepson is unresponsive, and when he arrives at the house, he finds him dead on his bed. The World Health Organization is being informed about this unknown virus, while Hong Kong already has 2 deaths and 10 suspected cases, so it starts to take measures against the virus, to contain it. 3 days later, they do an autopsy on Beth's body. They open her skull and find out that a part of her brain is obliterated, so they call the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to tell them about their findings. At the CDC, Dr. Ellis Cheever and Dr. Aaron Mears make a plan for how they are going to hand this virus. Back at the hospital, Jory Emhoff, Mitch's daughter, visits her father, that is in quarantine since he was with 2 confirmed cases of the virus. At the CDC, Dr. Eisenberg and Dr. Ali Hextall analyze the unknown virus, but they can't find what it is. The Department of Homeland Security meets Dr. Cheever at the CDC, and they have a meeting with Rear Admiral Haggerty, as they suspect that the virus can be a bioweapon. After the outbreak, the Minnesota Department of Health closes Clark's school, but not the rest of the schools in his district, but they notify all the parents that any kid with symptoms should remain home. At the Minnesota Department of Health, Dr. Mears, an epidemic intelligence service officer, trace the people that had come in contact with Beth, and also she allocates city funds to help the people that will contract the virus. But soon after, she gets infected with the virus and dies. Back at the hospital, Mitch talks to Dr. Ali. As they try to find how she got the virus, Ali tells him that she was at the Chicago airport before coming home, and Mitch finds out that Beth was cheating on him with her ex. Additionally, they discover that Mitch is naturally immune to the virus. After being released, Mitch keeps his teenage daughter, Jory, quarantined at home. At the CDC, Dr. Ali determines that the virus is a combination of genetic material from pig and bat-borne viruses. The scientists try to cell culture the virus, but Dr. Cheever decides it is too dangerous to be researched at multiple labs, and restricts all work to one government site. Dr. Ali orders University of California researcher Dr. Ian Sussman to destroy his samples, but believing he is too close to finding a cell culture, he doesn't destroy them. A few days later, he successfully finds a suitable cell culture to grow the virus, and they name the virus MEV-1. Dr. Cheever talks to the Rear General about using a plane to get Dr. Mears back from Minnesota, but the general tells him that he can't do that, as they plan to bring someone else over and then block all the roads. Dr. Cheever calls his wife Aubrey Cheever to take a few supplies and leave from Chicago, and travel to Atlanta, where he is right now. Cheever goes to a news station to talk about the virus, and talks with conspiracy theorist and freelance journalist Alan Crumweed. He is claiming that the CDC is hiding the truth, and that a homeopathic treatment called forsythia can cure you from the virus. The virus mutates and the R0 grows from 2 people to 4. They predict that 1 in 12 of the world population will be infected, and the virus will have a 25 to 30% mortality rate. At the lab, they use monkeys to find a vaccine, but their current method of using dead virus combined with atrophies isn't effective, and it only kills the monkeys that are being infected with the virus, so they will try to infect them with live virus. The virus reaches a death toll of 2.5 million people in the USA, and 26 million worldwide, so a curfew is being placed to counter the virus. Back at Mitch's house, Jory's friend Andrew goes out with Jory to play in the snow, but Mitch kicks him out as he is afraid he might have the virus. On Christmas Day, Dr. Ali finds out that one of the monkeys didn't die after it got infected with the live virus, so she inoculates herself with the experimental vaccine. Then she visits her infected dad to test the vaccine. The vaccine seems effective, as she doesn't contract MEV-1. The vaccine is declared a success and production of the vaccine start immediately. The CDC awards vaccinations by lottery based on birth dates. Earlier in Hong Kong, the World Health Organization epidemiologist Dr. Leonora Arantes and public health officials comb through security videotapes of Beth's contacts in a Macau casino, and identify her as the patient 0. Government official Sun Feng kidnaps Dr. Orantes to use her as leverage to obtain vaccines for the people in his village, holding her hostage for months. Who informs them that they have prepared some early vaccines for the village, so they meet with them to trade the vaccines for Dr. Orantes. After they release her, she learns the vaccines were placebos, since a lot of people have been abducting officials to get vaccines, but she goes to warn the village. Alan is being arrested after he tells that he faked being sick from the virus. They test his blood for the virus, but it can't be found on his system, so he is being arrested for fraud as he made more than $4 million from his homeopathic treatment. Mitch organizes a prom night at his house from Jody. He invited Andrew, so he can dance with Jody as life returns back to normal. In a flashback to the spillover event, a bulldozer from Emhoff's company clears rainforest in China, and it disturbs some bats. One bat finds shelter in a pig farm, and drops an infected piece of banana that is then consumed by a pig. The pig is then slaughtered and is prepared by a chef in a Macau casino, who, without washing his hands, transmits the virus to Beth via a handshake. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, and like the video, for more videos.